Hello everyone, my name is Mike. I'm a hobbyist game developer currently working on Unreal Engine 4, on which I've been working on for 6 months. And I decided to show you the project I've been working on for like 4 months, which I call Project Mobius or Mobius. Uh, Not sure how to pronounce this. This is a multiplayer first-person shooter game, such as Quake, Unreal Tournament, Call of Duty, Battlefield. Nothing different, but mostly inspired by Quake and Unreal Tournament, my personal favorite games. And this game has the same kind of style, but with a little bit more spice added into it. And let me just show you. There are a couple new mechanics which I added. One is custom gravity mechanic. As you can see, we have uh, different styled map, like like a Mobius loop going, but not the loop exactly. But anyway, let me just show you. As you can see, I can walk on any platform, no matter the angle, and right now we are rotated 90 degrees from that original platform on which we spawned, and we can also walk further and further. This is done within the engine's boundaries, within the engine source code, without any modifications, and it's done purely in blueprints, uh, which and the next step, which I'm working on right now, is to switch the custom gravity mechanic into C++ and refine it even more. Probably also will involve to change some stuff in the source code, but as you can see, it's working, and the game runs in the dedicated server mode, and as you can see, we can rotate, we can see each other, no matter the angle or anything like that. Also, the second thing I wanted to show is character teleportation. As you can see, I just teleported through the platform, and now the red character is right below me, or I'm below him. It's just a matter of perspective, and I can just constantly jump or teleport through the mesh, and you see I'm leaving also the body traces, so the enemy character can see where actually I did teleport. And in my, in the right combination, this kind of mechanic adds the possibility to play differently. Like usually in Call of Duty or Battlefield, you have or even Quake. I think you have a strafing mechanic, which inclinate towards one angle. Of course, I didn't add strafing intentionally. It just works because if going outside the gravity field, you're able just to rotate 180 degrees and fly around the map. And that's because uh, there is still a problem with the gravity constant, because the constant gravity is still in 3D space, and I'm using the flying mode, which gives the ability to actually use the custom gravity mechanic. And these fields, they add a push force which pushes the character to the ground, and inside the fields you are able to jump and go whenever you want, and also teleport. Uh, the reason I actually wanted to show this project is more just to collect feedback from our people who might see this and probably might be also interested in trying new ways how to play first person shooter games. Of course, uh, the custom gravity mechanics is not new. It was also done in the Prey 2006 game, and it also used like pre-built places where you can switch the gravity, like in this game. Pre-built places we use like the gravity fields, which are these cubes, and they define the place where you can walk, and outside of it you just fly. Of course, it still needs to be refined. I'm working currently, as I mentioned, probably I mentioned. I'm working on a new separate project right now, purely on C++, and I'm planning to transit the custom gravity mechanic into C++, into new templates, and probably convert it into a plugin. Also, also share to other people who might benefit from this. Of course, there are also a couple more plugins on the web, but they only work with the single player, and this is probably the only mechanic. How do I call it? Doesn't matter. Probably the only mechanic which actually works with the multiplayer game, because previously it only worked with the single player, and in Unreal Engine there is no such things as switching gravity angles. Well, not exactly. There is, but they are not meant for the character movement, especially in multiplayer games and such things as that. Uh, and also mentioning, like I mentioned, this whole project was done in Blueprint, and Blueprints, as most developers who worked with this engine know that they are kind of limited in their ways, and it's just me, the crazy guy, who actually decided to build the whole game with the blueprints. Probably was a bad idea, but it was worth a try. Alright, well, probably just covered everything about this mechanic. What else I wanted to say is just mm, what future this project, uh, what what I plan to add later in this project. Of course, uh, upgrading the animations, because right now animations is just well, the basic stuff. I'm still kind of learning how to work with the animations inside the engine, and add wider variety of weapons, like instead of just the standard ones like sniper rifle, shotgun, pistol, assault rifle, SMG. Add like more crazy weapons, like you'd see in Quake and the Unreal Tournament, like rocket launchers, of course, because let's just admit, rocket launchers are awesome, and especially a rocket jump, when you just jump and shoot the rocket, and you jump even higher because of that. Mm, but also I'm thinking to add the black hole gun, which will shoot with the black hole, which eventually will suck all the players inside it, damage them, and throw them in the black space. Oh, that's by the way the map selection menu after the match end. There are a couple more maps. I was experimenting with different game modes. Like this map has the standard game mode, like ordinary CS:GO map, just with the basic 3D space, no gravity switching and stuff like that. The second map, the hangar, was the first testing map where I was testing the custom ground. It has a portion, but still it's actually placed like standard. And this is the latest map I'm currently working on. Right now, it just serves as a testing playground, but I'm planning to expand it further and make it more content-rich map, especially for this mechanic. What else should I mention? Like weapons I already mentioned, like the black hole gun. Also, I plan to add the portal gun from the Portal game. Actually, I'm thinking about this kind of stuff. Like, I forgot to actually show what this uh, purple circle is. It actually is mm, a standard portal, like in you will see in other games. And by the way, forgot to mention this bug because I actually started the footage while I was playing. I have upgraded the game from the engine version of 4.18 to 4.20 and kinda added this bug that on the begin play weapons from the weapons panel they start from the ground, and after picking them up they reset their position. A minor bug which I'm currently working on. Again, back to the topic. Well, this is the portal gun. Uh, the portal. Like, what it does, like, you just go to a different location. Like, we ended up on this platform from the lower platform, and if I go like here and pick a assault rifle, let me just start shooting. Nah. Well, you see this, right? Well, here comes the damage. And the projectiles from the assault rifle, they just teleport through this teleport and just damage the character from another end. Imagine that you have this portal gun from the Portal game. You open two portals, like you open portal here and another portal there, and your enemy is just passing by, and you just shoot them or just spawning right in front of them and just die, and that's it. Just imagine like that. I think I think that's gonna be just awesome. That will be really awesome future. Like, for example, the same on the same scale like this mechanic where you can spawn through the mesh and just end up backwards from this character and just shoot him again. Like uh, like changing having different playstyles from the standard first-person shooter games. Just playing differently, like not only just the custom gravity, but also having like different. I don't know how to describe this in words, but I hope most of you just get the idea. Like getting different perspective from the standard first-person shooter, having different playstyles instead of just ordinarily running through the map, dealing the frags, but also just mm, I don't know, break the physics, break the game boundaries, something like that. And again, coming back to like more weapons in the game, not only just the portal gun and black hole gun, but also like grappling hook gun. You just, for example, like Scorpion from the Mortal Kombat, you just pull your enemy, get over here, and shoot him again. And also, or just grapple hook him and stick him to another enemy and just let them collide to each other. I mean, there are way more crazy ideas which I want to explore and add into this game. So this game can be also versatile, very versatile, like Gmod, for example, because Gmod is not just one game; it's a multiple game, and at the same time, I want this game to be also a multiple styled competitive game, like with different possibilities, different game modes, different maps, and more crazy. Also, just I want to create a level editor where users can create their own crazy maps and stuff like that. I mean, I just want to explore this, and I also would like to hear more opinions about these ideas. If if you'd like to see these features in this game, or even tell me that you wouldn't want to actually see this in actual any game. Just tell me about this. I'm open for the critics. I'm open for the suggestions, feedbacks, and all stuff like that. It's just I really want to make this game community based. Let's say, like um, made by community IDs or something like that. I'm just working on this on my free time, not having nothing better to do right now. So I just want to actually make this game awesome and refine it in a better way, like adding animations, uh, adding shaders, textures. This, by the way, this particle effect is actually the new Niagara particle system, which was released in 4.18. So now you might understand why I switched from 4.18 to a newer version, and I just love it. Just leaving the body trace, and I mean there are even more. This particle system has what even wider a range of possibilities, like creating a breakable effect or something like that. I saw like many crazy ideas. I mean crazy works from other people, and I just love to explore it more. Yeah. By the way, I would like also to thank three people who helped me with this project. The first one I would like to mention is Bogdan Kostya. He's from Romania, and he's the guy who actually helped me building the custom gravity mechanic within blueprints, within the engine boundaries. And I would also like to mention Alex. I don't know his. To be honest, I just don't know his surname. His name is Alex, and he created this sniper rifle model, which, by the way, I also liked a lot. And Alvaro Foster, he's from Spain. He created this shotgun model, shotgun mesh, and these are the three people I would like to mention in this video and thank them at the same time. You guys are awesome, and thank you a lot. What else should I add? Oh, I will leave the project build in the description so you guys can actually try it out, play it with your friends, and I'll also leave uh, Discord server link in the description so you can join in, share, lively communicate with me, share your ideas, opinions, and all that stuff, and also share your video footages from your gameplay. I will really like to see them. And yeah, um, I think that's all I would like to say in this video. Sorry, it's kind of strange to speak with myself. Right, just recapping. I will leave the project build in the description. I will also leave the instruction and also a warning. Um, Currently, there's a network bug code inside my. There's a network issue in my code, especially with the mouse input, like rotation and stuff. That's because for this particular mechanic, the custom gravity, I had to work on the custom mouse input function, which is still under works. I didn't use the pre-built inputs from Unreal Engine because they didn't work with the custom gravity well. For example, if I just go on this platform and, for example, I go below, the mouse input won't rotate along with the character. It just won't rotate and will create issues like you won't be able to control well your character. That's why I had to write the separate functions. So the thing, the main bug with the mouse is the further the client is from the host, the more unstable your mouse becomes. Like you will just get these camera shakes, and that's it. If you want to play this demo, I will suggest you to actually play with people from your country or neighbor country. I mean, the maximum range which I was able to test was 630 kilometers between me, the host, and the client. That's the maximum range I was able to test. I also tested this game with another friend from US and Czech Republic. They were having like negative effect. They were getting the camera shakes. So if you actually want to play this game, I will greatly suggest to play with friends uh, have which have strong internet connection. Most important. And second, the host also should have a strong internet connection. And the third, they should be close to you, like at least in the range of 600 kilometers from you. That's probably the most optimal range, the furthest range which will make this game run stable. Of course, I would like to hear how far you were able to test, like how far the client was from the host and how stable will actually run. Maybe my network isn't that good, so that's why they were getting unstable um, camera shaking. So yeah, thanks to everyone who paid attention to this video, and uh, just recapping, I will leave the project build in the description. I'll also leave the Discord server link, and later on I will also add a Trello page. I will add a Trello link to the Trello page for this project, so you can actually track the progress, how far how far this game went, and what's there for the future. Thanks again for watching. Remember to leave your comments. I really wait for your feedbacks, critics, and all stuff. This will help me grow as a developer. Alright, thanks again, and bye bye. Have a good time.